is, and oh my God, that is worth it. That's what we came here for today, yes. Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can tell by the sunlight coming through the trees, it is a very, very bright spring day today. It's getting up to about 22, 23 degrees. And when it's bright and sunny like this, the fishing is really hard. There's not much we can do other than stalking. That's what I'm doing today on the local canal. It's nice and clear, it's bright. And what we're doing is we're targeting the biggest fish in the canal, which is the carp. Now, on my local canal, they are very, very elusive. I will say probably the rarest fish to try and catch out of the canal. So we've got our work out today. I've only caught one canal carp in about 2 years. Got the bike, we're doing about 20-mile round trip today searching for these fish. Fingers crossed we'll find him. I've got bread in the bag. I've got all my stuff loaded onto the back of the bike, really condensed it. I'll show you all my stuff in a little bit, but for starters, let's get on that bike and try and find some fish. Now this is literally everything I brought with me today. 3-pound test carp rod, loaded with 12-pound line, size 6 hook. I've got a few different size hooks with me, a bag of bread, a big enough landing net to be able to land these carp if I catch one, and a simple unhooking mat. That is all I've got, and that's all I'm gonna need for traveling 20 miles today. The session started off very slow, and within a few hours I'd travelled miles and miles on the canal. I'd seen bream, I'd seen chub, I'd tried to catch both bream and chub and failed miserably, but I'd not yet found the fish I was really after, but that was all about to change. Guys, I'm in a mad rush to set up. I'm pretty sure I've just found the honey hole. I found an area which is absolutely perfect. We've got a lock just up from us, which is creating a lot of oxygen in the water. We've got a reed bed followed by a wide section, meaning plenty of room and cover for big fish. And then we've also got a house right next to it. So people are more than likely feeding the ducks and inadvertently feeding the fish at the same time. And that meant that the moment I got to this swim, I immediately saw carp. And I didn't just see 1 or 2. I saw maybe 7 or 8 big carp. They weren't commons or mirrors though. They were all grass carp, which is absolutely amazing. I have caught 1 grass carp from this canal before. They're very elusive and very hard to find most of the time. So to find 8 or 9 fish in a spot, that's incredible. But we have just had a boat come through, which has stirred things up. I catapulted maybe 10, 15 pieces of bread into the reeds on the opposite bank, and I've seen a couple of fish rise already. I'm really starting to get excited now. See if we can get one on the bank. Yes! We've hooked a grass carp, we've hooked a grass carp. Come on, come on. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. I am stung up by the nettles. Back on the grass carp. Oh my Lord. Oh my God, that's huge. That's huge. That's got to be up a double. I landed that fast. That fish had so much more fight left in it. Just over 16 pound of canal, pure muscle. Look at that grass carp. Absolutely stunning. What an amazing capture for the canal. I really do apologise about the audio during me landing this fish. I'd forgot to turn on the microphone. I was so eager to get out there and catch one of these fish. I'd not turned on my microphone on my chest, so fingers crossed you've got some audio. But how amazing is that? And that is from a canal. An absolute beast. Floating bread crust. One's just swirled just behind the camera. I need to get back out there. That was on one of the first casts I'd made. That is absolutely incredible. Look at that, stunning, stunning fish. I'd rather get that than a stinky carp from a puddle any day. God, and off like a rocket. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am really particular about the way I hook bread when I'm actually fishing on the surface for species like carp and chub. I don't just bang it straight through the nearest piece of crust. I will nearly always get a corner piece like this, break off a big old chunk of it, and if you squeeze that together, that will compact it down and make it a bit more dense and a bit easier to cast, but it'll still float really well. And then what I'll do is get my hook, which stays obviously a size 6. I'll push it through the bottom of that bread crust and push it all the way through till it comes out the top. And then when it comes out the top, you want to turn it 90 degrees and then pull it back into that piece of bread. It doesn't matter that it's completely buried. This will just mean that there'll be less hook exposed for the fish to see when they're coming up and taking the bait. And it doesn't really matter that the hook's buried. The moment it touches the water, bread becomes like mashed potato anyway, doesn't it? It just falls apart. So the moment the fish takes it, you're still going to get a decent hook up. Right, let's get cast out there. Fingers crossed we'll get another one. Fish on, yes. Gotta try and keep out the snags. Really dark, real like a dark chestnut common. I can't believe it. We've caught another one, and I had a massive, major mishap when it comes to making this video. I thought my GoPro was recording and it wasn't. Very similar size to that first one. Look at that. That's another amazing, big fat mummer of a canal grass carp. About the same size as that first one we caught. And my GoPro wasn't on. God damn it. Thankfully though, I was focusing on trying to get a take on the surface with a big camera. 300mm lens focusing in on that bread, and that I did manage to capture. Let's just hope I'll have 1 or 2 more chances, but either way I could go home now a happy man. That's another fish of around 16, 17 pound maybe. I'll not weigh it, I'll get it back quickly. Really gutted I missed my chance with that fish on the camera. Right, now the session is going absolutely amazingly so far. Just slipped back the second grass carp, which is amazing. But what's even more amazing is there's still a couple of them feeding out there, and 1 or 2 of them look massive. And I mean, they look huge. But before I carry on fishing, I've got kind of a bit of a question for you guys, more to the carp guys. What I've noticed recently is I don't normally use carp specific hooks. I think this is maybe like a Corda or Nash or something along them lines. It's a size 6 barbed. I found that every single fish I catch using conventional carp hooks seem to bleed at the mouth. And I mean every single one almost. And that's how it's just happened with these 2 fish. The last one I've just released had a bloody wound from where the hook went in. It wasn't a bad wound, but just bled a lot. But I found normally when I use coarse fishing hooks, just standard fine wire coarse hooks, I don't seem to get this issue. Let me know in the comment section below if that's the thing you seem to find with carp fishing tackle. Anyway, I don't want it to put a downer on the session. Let's crack on and see if we can get 1 more on the bank. About to take it. He's turning round. He's circling underneath it. Is he gonna take it? He's taking a different piece of bread. He took the piece of bread next to it. Is this a joke? Grass carp has come up, picked a piece of bread off the surface next to my piece of bread and then carried on swimming. Come back. It looks like it's coming back. My bit of bread is the only bit of bread out there, so if it takes one, it's got to be mine. It's coming for it. It's coming right for it. Check the drag. Yep, drag set. He's coming. He's going to take it. He's going to take it right now. Oh, we got it. Yes, yes. That's a good one. That's a good one. That might be the biggest one I've hooked so far this session. That might be the biggest one I've hooked so far this session. Oh my God. That was intense. This fish came round, took a piece of bread next to mine twice. It took 2 pieces of bread next to my piece before taking mine. Oh, that has got to be the biggest one so far. Look at the size of that beast. Oh my God. That's got to be close to 20 pounds. Oh, my net. I was not prepared. Glad I brought my heavy setup today. It tames this fish so much easier than when I was using my light setup last time I came here last year. Oh my God, what a fish. What a fish. Yeah, definitely got some weight to it, this one. It's got to be the biggest. Not the biggest one out there, but the biggest one I've hooked so far this session. And I can't believe it. If I get this one in the net, that'd be 3 canal grass carp. 3 in the same session. There's one coming past on a bike now, so I might have a bit of an audience. Come on. Get in the net, get in the net, get in the net. Get in the friggin' net. It's got to be the biggest one so far, putting up a fight like this. It's coming. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Grass carp's coming into my net. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. That's huge. That's huge. That's 20 pound. That's got to be 20 pound. You know. What a beast. Oh my God. Oh my frigging God, it's huge. Oh my frigging God, I should have brought a bigger mat. Guys, I can't believe it. It's a new personal best. Oh my God. It's one of the biggest fish I've ever caught. Look at the size of that. It's a 23 pound canal grass carp. So far my first fish was just over 16 pound. Second one I caught was probably about 16 or 17 pound. And then I've caught this one. Bang on, 23 pound. Look at the gut on it. It is absolutely huge. This is a canal monster, and this is why I came out today. Wow, absolutely amazing. Guys, it's not often you get a moment like this, is it? Catching what I would class to be a really, really good sized grass carp from a canal. This isn't a lake, this isn't some commercial fishery, some stocked water. These fish have been in here a long time, possibly 30 or 40 years, and oh my God, that is worth it. That's what we came here for today. Yes, 16 pounder, great. A 16 or 17 pounder, amazing. A 23 pounder, phenomenal. These banks are pretty steep. I didn't think about that. Thankfully, I'm 6'1", so it should be just enough for me to be able to pull myself up, although I am a fat heifer. Like a mermaid. Wow, what a session this turned out to be. I've had to come into the shade out of the sun because I was worried I was going to get sunburnt. It is a crazy warm day today for the time of year, and the fish were on the top, they were basking, but not only that, they were also feeding. And although I didn't catch anything for probably the first 3 or 4 hours of fishing today, I was chasing chub and bream and hoping for a carp and missed a few chances. Finally, we found the honey hole, all those carp in one spot, and ending it with a 23 pound canal beast, new personal best. You can't beat that. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. Definitely subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you guys later.